Oh, are they you taping now?
I'm taping right now.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I get ready, set. Hello, YouTubers! Welcome to the Rick and Flo Show. I'm Rick.
Flo.
Just got our new camper. It's January 29th. It's like noon. It's a nice warm day. We decided to pop it up. It's supposed to be probably about 50 degrees here by 3 o'clock or so. We'll be able to fold it back up.
It's 41 right now.
It's 41 degrees, so we're going to start
45.
to pop it up and see how long it takes us. What time is it now?
What time is it now? It's 12:12.
It's 12:12, so let's see how long it takes us to pop this up. That's it?
Yep.
Okay, it's 12:24. Now, I would say probably 30 minutes altogether. Put another 5. Needed to put down, we have some front stabilizers we should put down, and we're not going to put down the door. It takes about another 4 or 5 minutes, so looks about maybe 20 minutes to put this up. So take a little trip inside. I don't know if you can really see or not. I don't want to start pulling on the zippers when it's this cold out, but we're getting some stuff for the lady left behind. Holy cow, baby.
It's a lot of bedding.
He'll figure it out.
Oh, wow. This is nice.
So if you can't see on the side, it's a Rockwood Freedom. I think it's a 10-foot, 7-foot by 10 or 12-foot box. Haven't really got all it down yet, but now it flows out of the way a little bit. Maybe we'll look at some more of the stuff inside. Out here is, you can put it at your, there's the our burner camping stove is there, and you can put it out here if you want. We haven't set up the table yet or anything. It's got a sink and all kinds of stuff up underneath. And Flo's throwing the dog around here. And we had some of these dryer sheets in here. It's kind of keep everything away from it, keep the mice out of it. But we're just going to open it up and look through all the drawers and stuff, make sure there isn't anything more that needs to go back. Let's set the table up since we're doing this. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off and we'll come back and do a final. Okay, here we go. Oh. I don't know how much turned out. Yeah. Well, our battery died before, so I'm not sure what, we lost some footage setting it up or not. I came out to look at it and it was dead, so
We don't know how much.
we don't know. So we're just kind of set it up today just to kind of do some measurements, take some stuff out for the lady we bought it from, and I took the license plate off. So here in the next hour or so, we'll just probably put it all back together. But it took us about 20 minutes.
Wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad. I still have to find out where that crank goes because I can look in that hole and I don't see. I don't see
manual crank.
the manual crank. I don't see anything in that hole where I can stick anything. So I hope it's not all electric. See that thing die on us halfway up.
Well,
coming down, I don't think is a problem, but going up.
According to the video that I saw on YouTube, there was a place to put it, but we don't see anything. We see the hole, but we don't see anything to put it in.
Yeah, I was looking through the hole. I didn't see, but I was on my hands and knees underneath there. So once we get this all closed up, I'm going to take the cover off it and see if there's a place that I see a small crank in there, but I don't know. So we'll have to see.
See what happens.
See what happens. All right, this is Rick. Flo. Remember Flo? All right, catch you later. I'll give you a shot of the front winch as soon as I take it all apart and see if I can't figure it out. All righty. Bye. Bye. Okay, loosen this cover up. The only thing that makes it go down is this thing right here. The deal here, you can turn it by hand. It's the part of the electric motor. I think this is the wrong cover for it. See, the hole should be right about here. The hole should be right about here, I think. I think this is the wrong cover, because you have to take the cover off, which is held by these 4 screws, and the screws are, see, that square-headed deal. Lucky I have a ratchet that has a bunch of different bits in it. But you can see this must have came from something else, because there's nothing here. There's nothing here or here that could get to this deal. If you look down in there, you see my fingers at an angle. That's where that bolt is at. So those holes are way up here. Those holes are way up in here and looking down through here. And you can see this thing is kind of rusty, I think because of these holes, and I'm going to put some duct tape on them. But I'm just going to spray this up for now before I let it down. I'll put some grease on it. But you'll see when I flip the lever down how everything spins around in here. Throws a little oil out here. Woo. Okay, it's throwing oil over the place, and there's junk down in here, so this is going to be needed to be cleaned out. But you can see it spins around. I'm going to put you on the hood of the car. Whoa! Well, I let this down. I'm going to probably do a better video on this later on. I bring it down about halfway and just walk around and push all this stuff up in here. You don't want to pinch this stuff or rip it when the top comes down. So you're just pushing all this stuff in here. I'll let Flo walk around with me when I let this down. I notice a lot of these videos they have about putting up these and taking them down really don't show about making sure that you tuck this all up in there. Person walks around it and then they don't show you what they do, and I want to. So take it halfway down, go around, push stuff in and a little bit more, and I'm just about down, ready to. Okay, the last little bit here. Just want to make sure everything's tucked up in there. And Flo and I were reading articles about this trailer. What makes this trailer so good is these uprights. Some of the uprights are only half this size, the 4 poles in the corner, and then we have these posts you'll see later on that we put in there and they lock into place. So make sure everything's in place. Alright, we'll let it down. And we just push down on it. There we go. Let's go around. You want to stress that motor out too much. There we go. Yeah, we got some little places to fix on here. It's got little cracks, these corners, top, some caulking. I noticed this corner is pretty good shape, but you can tell it needs a little bit more. Needs some more love. We'll take this thing out next year, or this year. But yeah, it's got a big crack back in here. We'll have to put some back in that. We got a tarp that goes over this, so we should be pretty good. Canvas cover. This got a crack here too. They always crack in the corners. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna shut this off and go get a ratchet and see if we can't, before I lock it down, see if I can actually jack that thing up with a ratchet. Alright, yeah, put you on standby. Tell you what, it'd take you forever to crank this thing up with this nut. Let's look here. I put it on my drill, went counterclockwise. And let's watch this corner here. It actually goes up. But Look, it's funny, it goes up, take it off, and it backs off a little bit. I don't know what would be a better ratio. I wonder if that's a ratio there. Let's see. Let's see which way that goes. Look, there's a big nut there. I wonder if that thing ratchets any faster. Let's see. See, that one goes clockwise, and this one goes clockwise. I wonder if that one would ratchet any faster. So I wonder if that's the nut you need to go on. Okay. We're going to try a little experiment here. I'm going to grab my ratchet. Oh, I tell you, when you want something to go right, it never does when you're filming. Okay, I tried the ratchet on the other side and that nut just came loose. This thing take forever to put up with a crank. It would be interesting. I don't think I'd ever want to crank it up. It would take forever to crank up. So, I'm going to have to figure out something to do with bring a heavy-duty drill or something with me, and something with this, with the what is this, 19 millimeter socket to put on that bolt right there to go up or down. I can see going down with that thing, but boy, going up would be a real chore if that motor ever went out. That's going to be a bugger. Okay, well, we'll figure it out later. And it is what it is. So hopefully that motor never goes out. If it ain't one thing, it's another, isn't it? So, pretty nice camper. Flo and I kind of came up with an idea that we see a lot of people that talk about going camping after they retire. But, you know, how many people can afford that, you know, 20-some foot fifth wheel camper and a dually truck and all that other stuff here? I just have my regular Chevy pickup, and we've got this camper. And I think with us retiring, you can retire and go camping in one of these. You don't need that 25-footer. I think one of these would work just fine. So we're going to try that out. So this is kind of our videos about retiring camping on a budget, and we're on a budget. So we'll go over what we spent for the camper and some of our upgrades. But this thing's kind of move-in ready. We looked at a whole bunch of other ones, but I think the other ones needed a lot of work, and we would end up putting another, you know, a couple thousand into them versus getting one that's, what's Flo called it? Oh, move-in ready. You watch a lot of the HD TV shows. So it's a move-in ready camper. It's all ready to go. We just want to put our little touches on it and fix up a few things, and hopefully we won't have to put another $500 into this. Which put us at $5,000. I think we paid $4,450 for this, so we're good to another $550 to put us to $5,000, and I think that's where I'm going to put our limit if we buy anything for this. They had a problem with this. She said they burned out the air conditioner on this because of the power cord, and I'll go over that with you when you plug into these 30 amp services, or sometimes people don't know and they'll plug into the 110 and you won't get the right amount of voltage going to the compressor on these air conditioners, and you'll cause the air conditioner to overheat, and then it'll ruin the compressor. So that's one of the problems with one of these. We're going to get this step up transformer deal that when everybody where you're camping gets on the grid and starts running their air conditioners and everything in the evening or in the afternoon or whatever, it puts a draw on the power source and it causes the voltage to go down, and that's the same thing as running a small plug. You get the voltage too low, below 110. I mean, these ACs will actually run on 100, 102, But you don't want them to run that low because it puts a lot of stress on the compressor and causes them to burn out. So that's down the road. I'll explain to that, and we're going to probably wire that right into my plug here on the inside. That's where we are in this one. So there's a few other things we're going to do. This is kind of the on a budget. We're both retired. We're both still working, but we're at that age that we can retire, and so that's kind of the whole scheme of the whole idea behind this, is just to show people you don't have to spend a bunch of money to go out and have a good time camping. All right, this is Rick. Till next time, hopefully here in a month or two when the weather breaks, we'll get out and start doing some more stuff on this, and I'll film it as we do the things on this camper to get it up to where we want it and do some camping. All right, see ya.